Hi people, it's Archivist here, coming at you with yet another top 5. After watching the most recent trailer for this year's upcoming Godzilla film, I began to wonder if the King of the Monsters could have any potential in the modern video game world. Godzilla has actually featured in several games already, some of which were very good. As fun as they were though, we haven't had a AAA big budget Godzilla game. Not to mention those other games are now 2 console generations old. So in today's list, I'll be going over the top 5 things I would want to see in a next gen Godzilla game. Enjoy.
Number 5.
Godzilla, as we all know, is synonymous with destruction. Everywhere he goes, things blow up. So with this in mind, it would be very important for a next gen Godzilla game to have sophisticated destruction physics. Perhaps a modified version of the Frostbite engine would do well to show off the destructive prowess of Godzilla. Structures collapsing in a dynamic fashion, roads being blasted apart, and the terrain itself obliterated. All these features would make for a great game.
Number 4.
Something that could make for an interesting experience would be having 2 perspectives from which to play the game. For example, in one perspective you may control Godzilla himself from a third person view, and in another you could control a foot soldier in the first person view. A good example of this being done well in the past would be the King Kong game. By switching between giant ape and man, it gave a great sense of scale for both the environment and the other monsters.
Number 3.
Returning to the theme of destruction, it would be a lot of fun to see Godzilla stomping through more than one major city. We always see New York, San Francisco and Tokyo being destroyed, but maybe it's time for something different. I'd love to play as Godzilla stomping his way through London, crushing Parliament and maybe even using the Westminster Tower as a giant weapon. Or perhaps we could go to Paris and use the Eiffel Tower as some kind of enormous javelin. There are so many possibilities to explore across the globe.
Number 2.
One of the major flaws of the 1998 Godzilla film was that it didn't feature any other monsters for Godzilla to fight. Naturally, in our ideal Godzilla game, we would want to fight as many other monsters as possible. My top 10 picks to be included in this game would be Rodan, Gigan, King Ghidorah, Mechagodzilla 3, Biollante, Ulga, Mothra, Destroyer, Anguirus, and Baragon.
It's number 1.
If Godzilla Saved the Earth for the PlayStation 2 taught me anything, it's that multiplayer brawling is perfect for the Godzilla universe. I'd love for this concept to be incorporated into a next-gen Godzilla game, whether it be a mini-game of sorts or the main focus. In fact, if we could just get a sequel to Godzilla Unleashed with the power of next-gen consoles behind it, I think that could make for an excellent game, especially when you take into account online functionality. Also, just as a side note, I'm pretty sure the Kinect would work quite well here. Those are 5 things I'd love to see in a next-gen Godzilla game. Be sure to mention any of your suggestions for a Godzilla game in the comments below. As always people, thanks very much for watching and see you next time.